Okay, now on to video number 3 of my collection of bird effigies. They've all been found within the last year in a very small area, so has to be an Indian campsite. Let's talk just a minute about the controversy regarding effigies. I have limited contact with any authority, any educated professional, but what I have noticed is the same thing that I hear about on YouTube, that there's little cooperation, so I think we have to expect that. And so the challenge is to look at these rocks and see if there is a pattern to them, a look to them, if it truly was something that they made either as an idol or as a toy. There's a lot of these that they actually end up was tools that end up and they make a little effigy after it's pretty much done or cracked. So I found a lot of them like that. So we're still in the bird category. There is many other categories which I will be following up on, but right now this is the third of, I believe, 5 of the bird categories that I have, and on this particular one I'm going to call it the hawk category, just because they really look like a hawk. Okay, so this first one, this is really just a shape thing. I mean, it just really, it's a bird. You know, you can see the eyes clearly. I also need to talk about, okay, well, if you have trouble seeing these, it's not uncommon. It's actually probably more likely that you're normal. I have a case of what I believe is pareidolia, and you can look that up. And I have my reasons for believing that I have a good case of it, because I have gone through these rocks, and there's a surprisingly high percentage of the ones that I dig up are keepers. And what you're seeing here is just like units that are in the shape of a bird head, specifically hawks is what I see, and they are spectacular. So we've got, a lot of times they even have handles with them. It's just crazy, but they're shaped like, and you can see on that one, if I lift it up in the light enough, you can actually see its eyelid. So they use the shadows, which makes it art. And I have the ability to see the shadows, and some people don't. So it really makes you think you're crazy when you're trying to explain this to people. And I wouldn't be the first person in my lineage that would be called crazy. Okay, and so most of these are clay, and I can remember pulling that big one out. You know, you're looking at well, however many inches. It looks to me like it goes from 5 to 12. That's almost a 7-inch piece. And you can see the indentions on where the eyes are, and then the beak starts. It's so big and long, and it just sits flat. And I was pretty excited when I pulled that one out, because I knew it was a gem. I don't remember pulling this one out, because this one almost looks like a tool. But you can definitely see the artistic work there around the eyes and the beak. So it's more like a hawk than anything. This one here is just kind of a busted version of it too. It's maybe not as good a piece. Certainly shaped funny. But like this one, it doesn't look like it's clay. And then this one looks like it's solid rock. and so does this one. And the rest of these just look like birds, and most of them are clay. Okay, so that would be the hawk category of birds for this time.